Beyond Drew TV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Planet Zoo trailer analysis here. And yeah, we just got this fresh off the block there from the E3 conference. They just showed this trailer there. And yeah, we got a quick look at it. So I figured let's go frame by frame, kind of take a look at all the new, fun, exciting things that we can see in kind of every picture there. So we'll kind of back it up here and take a look. And like I said, we'll kind of pause it and take a look, kind of slow it down a little bit, right? See what we can and cannot see there. So in our opening shot, really just, I mean, this is just really beautiful and just shows how awesome the Cobra engine is looking in its new kind of form there. And again, this is if you've been following Planet Zoo for the last little bit, you'll notice that throughout this trailer here that this is the same zoo that we've been following for the last little bit there, and this kind of gives a nice little overview of it there. So it's a little bit hard to see some of the details and stuff like that, so we'll kind of move on there. Nice looking look over of the hippo exhibit. It looks like we have our nice little hippos right down there and stuff like that. Again, it's a sunrise, it looks like, so kind of a little bit hard to see, but really beautiful, gorgeous. And there's a look at our little lion cub right there, kind of waking up probably for the day and everything. And there's our zebras waking up as well. Really pretty. Love how these guys are looking here. And again, just the way the lighting and everything is looking, the graphics and everything are looking amazing for this game. So there we go. We have our bears there. We've seen a view similar to this and in some screenshots there, but great to see them in action there and get some more look at some different foliage. Those first few shots definitely had more of that savanna look, right? And then look at, we've transferred over to these kind of more conifers and yeah, just stuff like that there. So awesome little transition, and just love how everything is looking. The lighting and everything is great looking in this. There's our wolves there. We have our, looks like the mama and the cub or whatever have you. Have these lights on the trees as well. Some nice lights in the background there as well. Have some pathways all around as well. So this is a nice little exhibit here. Yep, we'll move on there a little bit. There's some elephants, same thing. Nice elevated pathway here. And I think is what you can see here is just beyond there you have our lights right here. And then this is, it looks like glass, I believe, or it's just a form of wall. You'll see a lot of that in this trailer. You see a lot of new walls and stuff like that. But yeah, this looks like either, I think it might be one-way glass right there. So maybe there's a pathway under there to be able to look in or something like that. They did mention that in a developer diary, I believe, that there is one-way and two-way glass. And that looks like that's what that might be, or maybe it's a different kind of wall there. But it looks like there's a shadow right there of a bush. So I think that is actually a one-way looking glass there. And then there's a new animal in there. It looks like we have some crocodiles, I believe. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these are some crocodiles. I'm not sure where, what they're Nile or the other, but there's a nice crocodile exhibit. And again, just showing off that, this was definitely hand carved by someone with the terrain tool right here. And the alligators are just in there swimming with it. So you can design everything out yourself using the tools inside the game there. So it's great to see them in action. A lot of really cool things here with the giraffe exhibit. As you're looking out, we got these really cool lights in the background. Also right here is we have our feeder right here. And, I just went to the Brookfield Zoo just outside of Chicago, and this is spot on pretty much right there. It's great how they have this feeder right there. It looks like a ploppable object there. We have our zookeeper doing what he does, kind of cleaning up everything back there. We'll see ahead in the trailer, you might have seen our lovely hippos doing what they do best after they process a meal there. So perhaps he's doing the same thing here with kind of taking care of the giraffe droppings and stuff. But that's a really great shot there. This is a really good one right there. Kind of speeds up real quick, but you can see the nice architecture here using some of these awesome buildings. You can see some of the lines there. For those of you that may have just stumbled upon Planet Zoo and maybe don't know about Planet Coaster or Planet Zoo, it has a piece-by-piece buildings in it, and you can kind of see it right here where it's kind of squared out right there. That is one building piece there. The windows, that's a building piece. Almost everything you see here is an individual building piece, so you can really get creative with it and stuff like that. So if you're kind of new to Planet Zoo and you haven't heard of Planet Coaster, definitely look up some Planet Coaster videos. I have some on the channel here if you want to see how the builder kind of works in Planet Zoo. Kind of check out those videos there. So but yeah, we got a nice overview here. Run your dream zoo. Nice overview. We've seen this picture released to us. Now it's in video form there, so we kind of looked over this already. Do check out the Planet Zoo playlist that I have up and running to check out that there. But this is a nice overview of it right here. This is a great shot here. I love this, seeing the guests walking around. Good old Planco guests. Haven't seen this bush before, really like that. Looks like we have some really neat gift shop items and more scenery accessories here. In the background you have your lion head, elephant head, another elephant head here. Looks like that's an entrance to a gift shop probably, or maybe an eatery. Same thing back here, showing off more of that awesome savanna like architecture. A lot of items to use on there. And more fences. Love all the fences right here. Same thing in front here. Some new benches. Definitely some new fences as well. Actually, there's 1, 2, 3 new fences that I see right there. So that's great. And then the star of the picture is definitely this lion back here doing what he does there, ripping up that that pole right there. So that is awesome to see. Another, you know, kind of an amenity item for your animals, right? To keep them happy. You got to keep them happy. So, you know, lions, just like if you have cats at home, you know, you have cat scratch toys and stuff like that. That's all that is. It's just a cat scratch toy for our lions there. So it's speeded up there. You can kind of see them starting to do that. Another great overview shot here, looking over everything of our elephant exhibit. Kind of have some nice theming in there, right? As well, kind of see how the rocks, and these are all again individually placed. You can see that's a boulder, that's a boulder, that's a boulder. Then you can place these individually. Nice little bit of theming in between there. Looks like they're using the kind of trenches right here almost for a natural barrier. So that was something I was kind of wondering, unless I just can't see the wall, but that's something I was kind of wondering when I visited the Brookfield Zoo. Not everything is just caged in. A lot of it is separated by trenches in a way. So it kind of looks like that is in going on right here with this exhibit. This pathway is a little bit elevated. It looks like here's the land right here. So this is all water, obviously, right here. The pathway is elevated around it. So this looks like either, you know, maybe the fence goes around here and I just can't see it, but it kind of looks like they're using natural trenches right there. And then over to the right here, you know, there's some more theming that you can individually place yourself there. And yeah, let's see. We have another zookeeper right there, a little baby elephant as well. And here's some more fencing and fencing over that way as well. So very nice. Like that shot a lot. Here's our zookeeper doing what he does. That's interesting right there. Kind of back it up. Kind of went a little bit too far. That's okay. We'll look at it again. It looked like kind of showed how they feed the fill the feeders there, because they kind of showed an empty feeder and then it goes to a full one. So kind of shows the zookeepers going through and with their buckets having to go through. And there he is walking. See how it's empty right here? And then he kind of walks towards it. Kind of shows that. And then there he goes. He fills it up with one bucket. He has all those watermelons, everything like that. So that's kind of fun to see them being able to do that. And Mr. Elephant here is definitely excited about that. So moving on there, whole elephant family here, gorgeous creatures right here. Really like how it looks in here. All the animals, that's the main thing I took away from this. They all look fantastic. Love how everything is looking for this. There's a nice look at our hippo exhibit. Again, we've seen this in pictures before, but now we're seeing it kind of live in action, in motion. Again, we've kind of gone over this screenshot already, but it's good to see it moving. There's our hippos. Everyone's favorite shot, the poop. Everyone's so excited for poop physics. If anything, this game has brought to a takeaway, it's the poop physics. It's the best, right? So there you go, Hippo doing his job, and Mr. Zookeeper having to do his job as well there. So here's a good look at, you know, the Zookeeper doing their thing, as well as, if you didn't know, we have underwater viewing areas. You can get a good shot of that right here. I believe this is a, we've seen a screenshot from over this way. This is a see-through looking glass area right here that you can kind of, guests can walk down and look through and see halfway underwater if they'd like to and stuff like that. There they go, suck up that poop. That's how we do it here. Hippo is super stoked on that. Says thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Build a habitat for your wildlife. That was a really cool shot right there. We're gonna back it up real quick as it goes. I'm pretty sure that's not. I think that's just a CGI thing, but still, it's kind of cool to see it whip up right there. Whap! Still with the seeing the ground being painted and everything. That is a good representation of the terrain paint and everything like that. So really cool to see that all whipped up right there. Love this right here. This is really cool, and this has me thinking a million miles an hour. This is them building the chimpanzee exhibit right here. And as you notice, it's going by piece, so that makes me wonder if there are specific pieces that are individual. So like each one of these logs or what have you would be separate, you know, at what angles and everything. So I'm wondering if these are, you know, you can place them in a certain way, and no matter what, your chimps will interact with them or attempt to interact with them, or if you have to set them up in a specific way to more represent, you know, like here, represent an actual habitat and stuff like that. Or perhaps this is one piece, right? Maybe it's these three things here. Maybe that's one piece. Maybe this is another piece. Maybe this whole thing is another piece. But it does show them placing it down individually, so that almost leads me to believe that each one of these pieces isn't like that's an individual log. That's a, you know, the same log just flipped up. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that these are like maybe a new special kind of piece, like an interactive piece for the chimps to know to you know, figure out a way to play with them and stuff like that? Or you know, same thing over here as we're seeing as this gets built. You know, these could each individual be a piece right here. This is probably one piece right here. But yeah, what do you think? think? How custom do you think we're gonna be able to make these things? Are there a bunch of separate pieces, or is it like pre-built pieces that we have to use? Comment below. What do you think? What do you think? But I love how this looks, the way that you can really get customizing with it. And then there you go, have our monkeys jumping up and down on it. Love this favorite animal right here. Love these animals right here. They look so great. And then right there, bam, little planet universe teaser right there. If you played Planet Coaster, you know what this is all about. Gulpy. So it looks like the monkeys got a hold of a Gulpy merchandise box, and yeah, that's from the Planet Coaster universe, or the Planet Coaster game there. That we have a drink called Gulpy there, so it's fun to see in Planet Zoo, which the whole thing is a universe, the Planet series. Fun to see that we'll probably have, you know, Gulpy in them in the game as well there. So let's move on there. Monkeys running up and down, loving their exhibit here. Again, love how they interact there. There's a good shot of the train there as well. Seeing the miniature train come by. Man, Jealous Me really wants a miniature kind of, or a smaller, yeah, miniature kind of train like that in Planet Coaster, like really bad. That would be great to have that. But that's really cool that you can do like safari tours, right, with the train kind of going overlooking the giraffe exhibit and everything like that. So that's really neat right there. Another really cool shot right here. You get some more right before we let the words load up. You get a cool shot of this like amenity right here for the giraffes. So that's another toy for them to go play with. Here's like a little hiding out place. We have been told that, again, you have to let your animals kind of, sometimes they'll get stressed because there's too many people watching them. They'll get stressed out by that. So they need somewhere to kind of go and hang out and be by themselves. So there's a little cave, little hideaway nook for them. Really like how they have the path right out in the middle, and you have these like almost, I thought they were cabanas at first, and I mean, it's a little bit blurry, a little bit hard to see, but it does just look like a, you know, let me back it up real quick. There we go. It does just look like picnic benches with a cover over top of it of some sort. But yeah, it's kind of nice how you have this really big overlook there. And then you have this exhibit back over this way too, right? I don't know if we've seen this yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if we've seen this, but I'm not sure what this building is. A little bit too blurry right now. But it looks like some sort of exhibit just to overlook and see the giraffes. So yeah, there's another new little building back there. So let's kind of keep going here. Nice big, what's up? How you doing? From the giraffe right there. Give it a little shake. Nice. Another little shake. Someone commented in a Reddit post that Frontier really likes to show off shaking animals in this trailer. And you know what? I have to agree, but you know, they're just so cute. So it's all good there. Another cool little view of, again, the elevated pathways and the guests right there, kind of overlooking. There's another view of those little cabana / picnic benches or whatever, overlooking our zebra exhibit. I do that every time. I always call giraffes zebras and zebras and giraffes. It's just a thing. I always do it. This is great. Love to show off, love how they show off the new snow element here. Actually, just weather in general. We do have weather in this game that you have to account for your guests and for your animals as well. So bears, you know, they can kind of hang out right in this snowy kind of backdrop here and not be too mindful of it. But however, you have, you know, zebras and giraffes who are savanna animals. They're not going to like that too much. But really awesome to see this. You kind of see how the snow either collects. I think the snow collects on the plants and stuff, because we've seen this shot before at the beginning of the trailer, right? And none of this had snow on it. So it looks like the snow actually collects and shows up on things like that. So that's pretty neat right there. Gonna move forward here. There's our crocs. Same thing, another weather shot. A lot of really cool things to take away here. First, love how the rain looks on the scales there of the reptiles. That's awesome, of the crocs. They're loving it there. So same thing, you know, if you have a colder climate animal, or just animals that don't like to get wet or anything like that, you know, they're gonna need to go inside for this. The crocs, they don't seem to mind it too much, but other animals might. And speaking of minding it, our guests, naturally you'd think, but this is a pretty big breakthrough for us Planet Coaster and Planet Universe players. We have our umbrellas back here, don't we? Look at it. We have our, everyone has a nice green umbrella there. So that's really cool to see that we're going to have that implemented. Another thing to take into account from our Roller Coaster Tycoon days with weather is, you know, do we need to account for certain exhibits closings? You know, like we said, some animals are going to go inside during this time and not want to be out during the rain, so that's going to probably disable them from being viewed. Probably gonna make your zoo value maybe go down a little bit, or your guests are gonna, you know, not have as many exhibits to look at. So, you know, you're going to have other kind of entertainment things for them to do, or you're just going to take a hit in your profits for a little bit while it's raining or snowing or what have you. So you got to kind of take into account for all that. So, yeah, weather really adds in a huge management aspect that, you know, unfortunately is missing from Planet Coaster. But, you know, we have it in Planet Zoo, and hopefully in future Planet series, you know, we can have, you know, more weather and stuff like that. And that's a really big part for management and stuff. So it's great to see that. But hopefully in future gameplay footage, we can see if we can change the color of these. That'd be great. I'm sure I'm gonna lean and say yeah we can, but you know they're all green right now, so I can't say for sure. But hopefully we can change the color of individual umbrellas, you know, depending on like different kiosks that we sell them from throughout the park. Another thing to take away, looks like we have a little aviary cage right here or something. Can't really make it out, but or it's either like an aviary cage or like a small animal cage, and we've seen those in other screenshots. But like smaller animals are pretty much confirmed as well, so that might be a small animal cage right there. So we have a great shot of our wolf in the snow here. Again, the wolf's not really going to mind about the you know, the snow and everything, but you get some great shots of the rocks with the snow on it, the plants with the snow on it, and everything like that. Really love that. Monkeys again, it's getting into the later parts of the day now, kind of starting to enjoy, looks like, the food and everything with our baby chimp here, and just love the expressions and everything. They have stated several times with the animals that you're gonna have a real emotional connection with them from, you know, birth or yeah, from like when they first get to your zoo till, you know, that day that eventually they probably pass away, or I'm not sure if you can like move them to another zoo, or you might probably release them to the wild, who knows. But you know, they said it's gonna be a really an up and down, you know, experience with each individual animal. And you know, it really shows right here with the, you know, the emotions that are in the faces and everything, and each individual animal has their own personalities and stuff. So it looks like they're, you know, they're really hitting a home run almost, just in the trailer footage alone, with kind of captivating that emotion part of it, right? So there you go. So time for the zoo to kind of wind down there. Just another look here of the hippo exhibit. You know, we've seen a lot of these before, but just kind of nice to have this day at the zoo. That's really nice to see here too. This is a way that elephants, I believe, cool down. So it's cool to see them actually doing that. He's probably, and playing as well probably, but I think I learned that on the old Animal Planet. That this is the way that they cool themselves down. So that's kind of cool to see them throwing dirt on themselves like that. And then, oh, there's your iconic shot, right? That's the Planet Zoo money shot right there. The lion and the little lion cub doing the big ol' yeah, buddy, it's here. Like that's the what's up, everyone? We're here, Planet Zoo hype. So there you go, and that's gonna wrap it up with our awesome symbol, and then it's gonna show the release date of November 5th, 2019. Pre-order right now, so you can actually put this on your Steam wish list right the heck now. I definitely have it already. So that is an awesome look at the overview there of the Planet Zoo second trailer. And this one, again, really showed off a heck of a lot. You know, we covered a lot in that. Still a whole bunch of questions, you know, as far as like the management side of it, the animal care side. You know, we've been getting hints here and there from Frontier. You know, we just can't wait to see the game in motion. You know, how's the performance going to be? You know, how much can we do with the scenery and the building? There's just so many things that we need to know, but it's looking great so far. Can't wait for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up there. There's gonna be so much more to cover from E3. I'm pretty sure there's playable demos as well, so we will be quickly be seeing some gameplay footage come up of that, and I can't wait to see that. And we will definitely cover that right here as soon as we can see that. So hey, if this is your first time hanging out, don't forget to hit the subscribe button there, as we do cover everything Planet Zoo. We'll eventually be doing a lot of series with Planet Zoo as well. We do a lot of series with Planet Coaster, so again, if you are new to the Planet Zoo or the Planet, or the, you know, the Frontier, the Planet Coaster community and everything, do be sure to check out my other series. If you want to get familiar with like the builder, what it kind of feels like, what it looks like, get yourself acquainted for Planet Zoo coming out, check out all that stuff too. So hey, thanks so much everyone. Until the next update video for Planet Zoo, y'all have a good one. We'll see you then.